Hello students, today we are going to discuss question answer for chapter 3, that is personality. So let's begin. Question 1, fill in the blanks. First one, a person who is shy and reserved is called dash. The answer is introvert A. So the person who is shy and reserved is an introvert. The person who is outgoing and social is extrovert, whereas the person who it depends totally upon the mood and the situation. The person is either extrovert or introvert, then it could be a ambivert. So the answer for the first fill up is A, introvert. Second, the ink blot test was developed by psychologist dash. The answer is Rorschach, B. Third one, dash traits are the dominant characteristics of a person. So you remember the Alport's trait. So he gave three traits, that is cardinal, central and secondary. And the answer for the third fill-up is cardinal, A. So the cardinal traits are the most dominant one, then comes the central trait, and the last one comes the secondary trait. Okay, so the answer for fill-ups is A, B, A. Next we move on to the match the column. I will give you 2 minutes to solve this match the column and then we will discuss. Okay, so the answer for the match the column is first one, self-report technique. Now self-report technique means you are reporting about yourself and you find out the personality. Okay, so the example of self-report technique was MMPI, that is B. Then second was behavioral analysis. If you remember the chapter 3 explanation, then in behavior analysis we saw two, that was interview and observation method. So for the answer for second behavioral analysis is A, that is interview. Then third comes projective methods. Projective methods, in that we saw TAT, then we saw SCT, then we saw Rorschach's in block test, right? So the projective methods, the answer is D, that is TAT. So the answer for your math the column is BAD. Okay, next we move on to the true or false. Okay, first one. Personality is merely related to external appearances. This particular sentence we discussed in the first class itself of this chapter in the introduction part, that personality is not related to just external appearances. It is how the person behaves, thinks and feels. Okay, so that is the combination of personality and not the external appearances. So the answer for the first one is false. Second, people with high neuroticism are emotionally reactive. Now this is related to the big five factor theory given by whom? Macrae and Costa. Big five factor theory, you remember? Ocean, OCEAN. So in that we are talking about high neuroticism. So neuroticism N. Now N stands for negative feelings, as well as the person is very impulsive, and impulsive means person is very emotionally reactive. So the answer for second one is again true. Third one, children from the families having a warm emotional atmosphere are well adjusted. Now, this we discussed in the parenting styles. So, the children who are from a very having a warm environment, caring family, then they are going to be well adjusted. So, the answer is true. So, the answer for your true or false is false, true, true. Next, we move on to the question number 4. First one, personality. Now, the answer for this is on page number 24. We will go on page number 24. So, this is very beginning part, introduction part of your chapter. In this, over here, we are reaching page number 24. In this, you need to explain or give the definition of personality. So, you are going to write the second definition of personality given by Gordon Allport. So, personality is the dynamic organization within the individual of those psychophysical systems that determines his unique adjustment to the environment. Okay, so in case if you don't remember at all this definition, you are free to write the first definition of Norman Mann. But I recommend you to write the definition given by Gordon Allport. Next, we move on to the second question, or question number 4.2, that is trait. Trait is on page number 26. Page number 26, the pink box over here. So this 4.3 is the answer for trait. That is your second answer of question number 4. So you need to write this. This perspective assumes that every individual possesses specific traits in the different quantities, and so every individual has a unique personality. So every individual has some or the other kind of qualities, but they differ in the quantity. So some people may have more kind of qualities, whereas some others would have the lesser amount, but they all have the qualities. So that is known as a trait perspective. Next, your third question is SCT, or sentence completion test. That is on page number 30. So we'll go on page number 30. Page number 30, SCT. Okay, so here is the SCT answer we can see. So here you can write about the SCT in this test. You can also include some of the examples of SCT. Okay, so that is your answer for SCT. Next question is structured interview and unstructured interview. So both these answers are on page number 29. Okay, over here, page number 29. So here the structured interview, this entire paragraph, and unstructured interview, you can write till etc. Last third last line till there you can write for the unstructured interview. Okay, so with this said, your question number 4 is completed. Now we will move to the question number 5. Question number 5 talks about the Gordon Allport trait theory. Okay, so the Gordon Allport trait theory is again those 3 traits that he has given. You remember that we discussed right now in the Phillips. Can you remember it? He gave the 3 traits, Gordon Allport. Correct. Cardinal, central, and secondary traits. So it is on page number 27. We can see over here. So you can start with this second paragraph. Gordon Allport, an American psychologist. This entire thing you can write. You need to explain the cardinal trait. Over here, if you write only like example of Mahatma Gandhi over here in the cardinal trait, that will do. Then you can write the central trait, and then you can write the secondary trait. So over here you can cut short like till Mahatma Gandhi's personality, till there you can write for the first paragraph. Okay, so that is your answer for the cardinal Gordon Allport trait theory. Next is effects of mass media. Now this is on page number 25. Now this is an open answer, like effects of mass media. So you don't need to stick to the textbook to write the effects of the mass media. You can write it on your own. What are the daily effects of the mass media you can feel? Okay, so if you're writing from the textbook, you need to write it from nowadays. That is second paragraph over here. Everyone can see nowadays majority of adolescents spend their more and more time. From there you can continue writing to the third paragraph and the fourth paragraph. Okay, so this three paragraphs you can write as the effects of mass media. You can take a general idea from this paragraph and you can write it in your own word as well. So this is an open answer. You can write in your own. The next question is about the Big Five factor. That is question number 6.1. Now the Big Five factor is very much important. So we'll see. It is on page number 28. Okay, over here is a big five factor answer. So you can start by writing for Robert McRae and Paul Costa developed a theory of personality explaining of big five factor. Okay, that much you can write, and then you can start by writing the five factors of personality are as follows. If you wish, you can write and give it a more detailed introduction that their roots were in biologically and that interact with the external influences. Okay, then you can start writing from the first factor, that is openness to experience. Now understand that this answer has lots of adjective words used in it, so you are thorough with those words and you don't mix it up. So that's all five factors you need to write in detail, that is OCEANN. The next question is about what are the factors influencing personality. Now they have mentioned over here the 4 points, that is family, school, peer group and culture. Now influencing personality is such a open answer there, wherein you can write it on your own. If you know few of the points from the textbook, you can elaborate those points, and in this answer you can write it with the examples. So it is an open answer and it is the most easiest answer to write. So it is on page number 24 over here. You can see these points are already mentioned. So the 24 we can see the family, so you can explain what are the family structure that we have already discussed in the video. What are the types of parenting style that you can write as well. How the socio-economic status of the family affects the child's upbringing and his academic career. So all that you can write it in the detail. You can give much examples in it. Then you can also write family structure like nuclear family, or if it is a joint family, then how it can affect the child's upbringing. So all this you can write it in detail by giving up the examples. Then second one was school. So even in the school you can write it, if the school is, whether it is a which kind of school is, what are the facilities are provided by the school, and how it leads to the education background of a child. Then the next is the peer group. Now since you are in this age, you understand what the peer pressure is, and you can write it on your own, that if the group of friends are having a good habits, then automatically you develop good habits like studying regularly and healthy attitudes, etc. So all these are self-explanatory notes you can make on influencing personality. The last one is the culture. We have discussed this culture as well, that in what kind of the culture the person lives, that kind of patterns, values, beliefs is going to develop. So you can explain the first paragraph of the culture and you can give examples of it. The last answer of chapter 3 talks about the various methods of measuring the personality. Now I made an entire video on measuring the personality, so you can go through it and you can understand much more in detail about it. Your measuring personality is over your the last part of your chapter. Okay, so they have given much more in detail. You can cut short the answer. We will see what we can do is, so you can write the first paragraph. You can write what are the types of measuring the personality, like behavior analysis, self report, projective technique. Then you can start writing from behavior analysis as follows. Then you can write the interview method directly. You can write only the first paragraph and then you can explain what the structured interview and unstructured interview is. You can explain the structured and unstructured interview in 3-4 sentences, like structured interview have the predetermined questions, no questions are added or deleted, generally it is used by so and so. And unstructured interview don't have a predetermined question, depends upon the response of the interviewee, and it is used by so and so. So in these 3 points your answer for structured and unstructured interview is done. Then you move on to writing the observation method. So for observation method, again you can write from only the second paragraph and the third paragraph. So you can write observation methods proves helpful for the trained psychologist. Then you can explain the types of observation method, that is naturalistic observation, laboratory observation, etc. So this last 2 paragraph you can write, you can give over your the examples in which observation method is used, which is given on activity 7. Then you can explain self-report inventory. Self-report inventory is very small. You can write the examples over here again of MMPI, PF, MBTM. In case if you can't remember the entire name, that is Minnesota Multiphasic Personality Inventory, then you can write MMPI. If you can't remember 16 personality factors, you can write 16 PF. So you can write the short form of this test as well. No need to draw this activity 8 in the answer. Then comes the projective methods. In projective methods you can write the second paragraph. You can start writing from the second paragraph, that is in projective test the situation and the individual response. From there you can explain this 3. Okay, now they have given over here the 3 tests. You can explain any 2, so that would be enough. So you can explain TAT and SCT, or you can explain ROR, that is Rorschach in block test, and TAT, whatever is convenient for you. You can explain any 2 projective tests. So with this said, your answer for 6.3 is done. So I hope you're clear with all the question answers that we discussed in this chapter. You can write those in your notebooks. You can write at least objectives and the important psychologist of every chapter. You can note it down, since they are very much important, and they are mostly asked in math column and films. So